Welcome to the Top Shelf Grumbling Podcast with Dan the Don Walls. This episode is brought to you by our sponsors, Lawn Hub for all your lawn care needs, Price Cutter, the best meat in town, Hale State, Russell Motors, go see Austin, he's got what you need, Butcher Block Restaurant, voted Best Biscuit, Best Breakfast 2025. Coming to you from the Wilder Fitness Studio, presenting a Where You Media production, this is Top Shelf Grumbling. Hi guys, we're back here with the Monday night recap of the Top Shelf Grumbling podcast. We're going to recap this weekend and
Hello,
talk about
friends.
The craziness that happened this weekend. Start off with, like we usually do, what's your sentiment, Don?
Just a few little things here. Big upset Friday night.
Very big.
Virginia beating Florida State, which was Virginia's not any good. I mean, I don't know if Florida State should have won that game by 3 touchdowns. Just one of those Friday night games are just crazy.
I don't know. They look pretty damn good.
They ran the ball okay, but I mean, there's no, that line was fishy. We said it was. I said it was fishy, and it was. I mean, come on.
Agreed.
Just a weird. Those Friday night games, man. That happens all the time.
What else you got for us?
Sam Pittman fired. That makes the fourth head coach this year already to be fired through 4 or 5 weeks or whatever it is, 6 weeks.
Bobby Petrino collusion has gone all the way.
Bobby Petrino rides again.
I think
the head hog's back on the hog.
He's been throwing plays for the last few weeks, just waiting for the.
That wouldn't put anything back past that weasel. I mean,
he is kind of Weasley, that's for sure.
I think he's gonna. Their defense, though, is just god awful. I don't think anything. He's not going to be able to help that. Will he show enough for them to give him another chance as a head coach? I think he probably will. I mean, who else are they going to go get at this point?
I saw some stuff that said that had been talking to Houston Nutt and were going to try to go after him.
Fake news.
Is it fake news? I don't know.
I'm turning in my resignation for Top Shelf.
Yeah,
I was fixing to say that as a joke. I swear to God, but I think Carnes is being serious. I saw him. I have seen Houston making the talk show rounds, the past couple of weeks, throwing his 2 cents in.
Yeah.
But
Petrino, he fired everybody on the defensive staff basically.
Well, I mean, which he should have. Look, that defense was so bad. Like his tackling defense, they missed more tackles than anybody I've ever seen.
Found out James Franklin was who we thought he was.
Yeah, no, look, Oregon almost blew that game. They were up big there, 17-3, and next thing you know, I was like, oh hell, because he does one of my good bets. But James Frank, he just always, and I don't really like that argument. He can't win the big game. He can't win the big game. There's a lot of factors that play into that. There's been a lot of them he hadn't won.
I saw a list full of stats today, and against any top 10 team that they've played, they haven't beat in the last however long he's been coaching.
But who has won the big game at Penn State?
Yeah.
That's true.
They're one of those programs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, it's hard to win big. Not every coach wins a bunch of big games. It takes them a while, which means James Franklin's been in it for a while.
No, but when you try to claim yourself as a caliber of team or university that Penn State does, I mean, they really need somebody that's going to win the big games.
And one thing, like I said this on the Thursday pod, I've just never been big on Drew Aller, whatever his name is. He threw for 127 yards.
He's regressed.
Saturday, I mean, he
has regressed.
And I guess we'll move on to the next quarterback that we all watched regress on Saturday, Garrett Nussmeier.
I think there was some, back early in the fall camp or before, there was rumors coming out that he was injured and stuff. I'm not sure if some of that wasn't true because he
doesn't look the same.
He had he never threw I never was that high on him anyway. He threw the lollipop balls. He never put much zip on the football.
I don't for 1 second believe that they would throw a hurt quarterback out there disclose.
Well, something's happened
in today's world where that would get you fired on the spot. At a university like that.
Well, let's say he's not hurt.
And
his offensive line wasn't that good either, and he's not a very mobile, athletic quarterback.
And they've been saying that. The LSU fans have been saying they were worried about the offensive line was not that good going into this game, and they showed they're not very good.
I mean, he doesn't move and throw the ball well, and he had to do a lot of moving and trying to throw the ball this weekend.
I watched him against Sela, which is obviously worst competition. He had a perfect platform to throw from, didn't have any pressure, and he hit every throw.
Yeah.
But we got in his face with 3-4 people and got him off platform. out for him and just showed.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that something's happened that he's not quite the athlete that he was last year in making some of those.
Well, maybe he just has regrets because that happens sometimes. Maybe
I don't know that he was ever that great of an athlete.
Where was he that good outside of the Manning Passing Academy?
Yeah.
Last year he was.
He beat South Carolina.
He was like 28 of 59 against us.
He beat us.
Yeah, he took it down there in the last, but I mean his stats were horrible.
He's definitely taking a step back. With the way you want to look at it, he's taking a step back.
Has always been questionable.
Yeah.
Kirby still can't beat Bama.
Nope.
1-7, first home game loss in 33 games. That was a close game.
It was a close game.
It could have went either way. You know, I'm not going to.
He doesn't lose sleep over it though.
Do you think Kalen DeBoer got himself off the hot seat for a week until they get beat by Vandy?
I think he did, but
now if he gets beat by Vandy, he'll be.
What have you done for me lately? Yeah, that doesn't matter over there. No, for right.
But that's where game days go.
Yeah.
What if I told you before the year started, game day was going to be at Bama and Vandy this weekend?
Yeah. Which is going to be a good game.
It will be a good game.
It's a 10-point spread I saw earlier.
I honestly think that's a good place for game day to be.
Yeah.
The honeymoon for Hugh Freeze is over in Auburn. They're ready to run him out of town.
He keeps 0
for 15 on third down Saturday, 51 rushing yards. And I want to also point out,
Jackson Arnold didn't look that great.
He's not. He was never that good. They could have went and found somebody better than him, I think, in the portal. I want to also point out that we had Ole Miss fans as recently as last year still trying to say that Hugh Freeze, they'd rather Hugh Freeze with the coach instead of Lane Kiffin. They were saying this with a straight face,
Some fringe Ole Miss fans for sure for that one.
It wasn't that fringe is the bad part.
Not as fringe they should have been.
I mean, I don't think they're going to fire Hugh after this year unless he just loses out. I mean, don't y'all think he'll get one more? I mean, Auburn will fire somebody at the drop of a hat. But
well, who are they going to go get if they fire him?
Yeah.
Sam Pittman?
Yeah.
He's available.
But historically, Auburn has had a couple good runs. I mean, you obviously had the thing with Cam Newton.
They always have defense, though, so you should be able to win there if you can coach the damn offense.
The miracle year with Nick Marshall, with three miraculous games that come out as wins that should have came out as losses. Outside of that, I mean, you're 10-2 at best. Auburn's not that program. Auburn, I don't know why they
because they beat Bama some, just because of the interstate rivalry.
Well, if they wanted to beat Bama some, they should just. I mean, I hate to beat a dead horse, but go back to Malzahn. Malzahn was going to give you 8 or 9 wins. He took you to a national championship, but he beat Saban.
Yeah.
He beat Saban often.
You got a lot of Auburn fans that are real big history buffs.
And who they freaking replaced him with? Brian Harsin. I mean, if you're gonna replace somebody like Malzahn, I'm fine with him. But you got to have somebody like
a blue chipper, not an up and coming Boise State.
Not a Boise State coach who knows nothing about the SEC whatsoever.
Not from there, not with with the culture.
But I think he gets one more year, and I still think he probably will win over there if they'll just. Because he is a good coach. He has his faults about him, but
I think you can't get out of his own way.
He needs to find one real good offensive coordinator, let him handle it.
Well, they still, if they're doing what they said, one of them's calling one down, one of them's calling a second down. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That is stupid.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is not working.
He's also not the best decision making and late on fourth downs and fourth quarters and stuff like that either. So
I kind of got a feeling that Brian Kelly may be finding himself in the hot seat if they don't get any better.
They will. They'll get good enough to win at least 5 more ball games and be 10-2.
I don't know about that. I really look at their schedule.
I don't think so.
Because I think we're better than people are giving us credit. I think our defense has gotten better.
The defense has gotten progressively better every week. They showed up really, really strong this weekend.
The same team that played Arkansas did not show up Saturday.
That's a fact. That's
our defense
is a totally different game plan, though. You didn't have to worry about Nussbaum getting outside the tackle.
That's true.
And I said that 2 weeks ago when we played Arkansas. It's just.
But we
there's
tackled
going to
better.
be a lot of teams that's going to struggle against them defensively.
Our defense has played good all year besides one half of football, the first half of Arkansas, basically. I mean,
we gave up 160-something yards rushing to Georgia State. So, I mean,
we did do
something. I mean, that's
like they're a running team, though. That's what they do.
But
They're not
still, it's Georgia State.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just human nature, too.
And we give up 254 total yards to LSU. I'll take that.
Absolutely.
We should have beat them by
Speaking
2
of valiant
touchdowns.
efforts, the Bulldogs.
Yes, it was. That fake punt. That fake punt.
You're still a State fan.
That fake punt down there. They got the fake punt, and then right after that they fumbled. They'd have been better off.
Yep.
just punting the down ball.
I don't think Chapin will ever win the big one.
He holds on to the ball too long.
Yep.
He's not a bad quarterback. It's just State's not quite there yet. They're getting there. Levy's doing a damn good job, in my opinion. I mean, a real good job.
Yeah. That scoop and score was just a straight beat on the tackle. No one ever touched the guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I said this or not, but Auburn was 0 of 15 on third down.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
52 yards rushing. I said it before we started. I can't remember if I said it again.
I said this coming into this week, and I think
0 for 15. That's as bad as I've ever heard of anything.
I thought LSU was bad at 2 for 11.
Yeah, true. I said it before the State game last week. I said it coming into it. I think State's defense is a whole lot better than anybody's giving them credit for.
Very much improved.
Absolutely. They've gotten folks in the portal just like everybody else has too. I mean,
they've gotten a little bit of money finally.
Yeah.
I mean,
State's next 4 games at A&M, Florida, and Texas at home, and at Arkansas. They got to find 2 more wins, and I think that they could upset Ole Miss in the Egg Bowl. They could pull an upset on anybody.
Arkansas and A&M, I think they got a good chance of winning.
State's
those 2
sneaky.
games. Unless Arkansas.
I don't think State's running. I don't think what you call it, Fluff. Who the is Fluff Bothell? Play. I don't think he's going to be able to play against A&M. That line's like 14 or 15. I was wondering why it was so high. That's maybe the reason why. But
there's one thing that concerned me with State this weekend. Going back, obviously we didn't watch that game. We went to Oxford, but I went back and watched reruns, and half of that stadium was orange. That is so concerning when you're.
I couldn't believe. I thought it was a fake picture. I really did. I
know. I was zooming in. Like, is this? Orange will stand out other than maroon, but it was an awful lot. A lot to be excited about.
Well, it was a whiteout too. They had a whiteout, and then they had a bunch of orange coming in, and orange and white clash. I mean, those things are. That's what they used to have when Alabama would come to Ole Miss. They'd make everybody wear red, so at least everybody was wearing some shade of red. In the stadium, and it didn't look like there's 20,000 of our.
But maroon and orange doesn't really match up well either.
No,
so.
you kind of but whiteout for the orange game though. I don't know. That wasn't quite a.
But yeah, State's sick of moral victories, but they should have. They got a lot to be proud
Absolutely.
of.
They should have won that game in all reality.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying should have, would have, should. They had plenty of opportunities to, and Tennessee has some opportunities to kind of put them away. Mm-hmm. I got lucky in that game.
You said it last week too. Tennessee is one of those teams that they don't hold up down the stretch of the game.
Their pass defense is suspect. I got lucky on that game gambling wise. I bought the point down to. Had Tennessee -7, so I was lucky to get a push there.
Yeah.
I had 6.5. Choo-choo.
Well, it was 8 or 8.5 when I got it. Let's talk about Ole Miss a little bit more. Let's see.
Trinidad Chambliss.
He's the star. You got to leave him in. You can't take him out now.
I mean, he won SEC Offensive Player of the Week.
And that tight end,
Player of the Week.
Yeah, I mean,
Daquan Wright is a beast. I mean, he won that game. He could have scored on that last play right there.
The catch that Daquan Wright made across the middle of the field to keep one of those last drives going. That was the game changer. Behind you, one arm across your body.
I wish we could find a little way to get it to him a little more. But we got a Luke Haas.
We're doing a great job of picking our spots. With him, though,
I was fixing to say he doesn't like bust open with blazing speed, but he's that sure-handed receiver that you could throw it to.
Yeah. We're fixing to get another big tight end back for Arkansas transfer. Luke Haas, whatever his name is.
Luke Haas. Yeah.
He's very good, very, very good. And he's supposed to be back after this bye week. And I think them two, put them out there at the same time, that's going to be
that opens a lot of things
up. It opens up the run defense and the play action. I think it could.
Well, you've got some. I think we're going to get. We're one of those teams. We're going to get better and better every week, and I believe we have.
Yeah.
Simmons was rooting for the team Saturday on the side. I saw he was.
Yeah,
he's a winner. He wants to win. My biggest thing to take away from our game was, and I said it on the pod on Thursday, our defensive line.
They
absolutely showed up and did what they were supposed to do. And even Brian Kelly, I saw him today on Paul Feinbaum, and he said we didn't adjust in game to them only rushing. We were hoping they were going to bring pressure. Because that's how good Nussmeier is. He likes to replace. Wherever the blitzer's coming from, he goes over there, hot reads, and gets the ball out. But we didn't send anybody.
Right.
We were rushing 3 down linemen and we're stopping their run game. That's good against LSU.
And everybody's double covered. I mean, that's that's basically how that math works.
And we almost had 500 yards of offense.
And it's not like he's going to get out and just kill you with the speed. If he gets out, he may get 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I saw this number somewhere. If it's they spent $18 million on that defense, and us put up 500 yards. We should have beat them by 17 points
At least.
There was also
we had
a couple
fumble.
plays.
We had a fumble going in. Look, that first touchdown, he just threw that thing up for grabs, and lucky the guy was right under that ball.
I still don't know that it was a touchdown.
But also, at the same time,
I'm talking about the play that got him down the field.
Yeah.
That long, it was like
the first
lollipop
play in the third
pass.
quarter, Xavier Thomas catches the ball, and if he tight ropes down the sideline, that's 80-yard touchdown to the house.
True.
The interception with the PI, that was going to be a pick six as well, too. I think on both sides.
Yeah, that's true.
The Caden Lee punch-out was big for them, and us getting some call. I mean, we had 110 yards of penalties.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
I mean, in the first 7 minutes, I mean, half of them were bullshit.
Yeah, well, I mean, and even if they weren't, we got to be
You can't
better.
do that. You can't do that.
That's
allow
true.
that to even be
100
part of it.
100 yards of penalties. If you do that, it'll
Even if
we'll lose the game down the line if we have another down that many penalties. I don't think we will. We've always been a pretty disciplined team ever since Kiffin's been. We don't ever have a bunch of penalties like that.
We don't have any more
much.
holding because Micah Pettis is gone, but
Knock on wood. Hey, I seen him. He started at Florida State.
yeah, of course he is. Look at Florida State. How'd
They
that
just
work
got
out?
beat by Virginia.
They did beat Bama.
That's all right. I picked him. I picked Florida State.
I did too.
Speaking of the pick'em,
let's get on into the pick'em here, guys.
All right.
Records here. What a segue.
The Don was leading going into the
Smooth
week
like
at
butter.
17-6. This week he finished at 6-3. That puts him at 23-9.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, the Don is taking a big lead here.
It ain't that big. I only picked up a game or two on y'all.
That's a
but
commanding lead.
It's a 4-game lead. It's pretty
that
commanding.
ain't that long season.
Long season.
Hell, it really is.
Long season.
Not even halfway through yet.
I went 4-5, and that makes me 19-13. And then Big Game Seamus, he was 14-9 going into the week, and that's gonna make him 18-14. And Sir Producer, first pick 'em week, goes 5-4.
Guest picker
Takes the second place spot for the
Takes
week.
the second place spot for the week. And I
How'd that Auburn pick work out?
Fell in love with Auburn, I fell in love with Arkansas, and I fell in love with Florida State.
Pittman, they fell out of love with Pittman.
Yeah, they did.
He says, I hate that too.
The Kipper was
love
not
him.
one for it. They did not win
TCU was probably the bad beat of the weekend.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad beat.
It was.
Yeah, I lost 2 on Friday night.
Yeah, I did too. I was 0 for 2 going into Friday.
Rough start.
I had a bad beat on that game. That was my only really bad beat of the week. I had the over in that game, and it was one of those games. I swear it should have went over by 3 touchdowns. Like it was 3 missed field goals.
Yeah, hell,
they were down there 2 or
Arizona-
3 times, didn't score on the went for it on like the goal line, didn't get it.
That's football.
That's why you don't bet them over and unders, because it don't take but like 1 or 2 of those things to happen.
What if
Don't bet
somebody took the
parlays.
under
You don't
and
bet teasers. You don't bet over and unders.
Don't bet nothing.
This
Just
is
don't
the
gamble.
just
guys.
don't
betting
gamble.
podcast ever.
No, you
Don't
can bet. You can bet. You can bet over and under. But you better
be sharp.
Speaking of, I got the over in the first one fell tonight.
Hey, this week was kind of a low week for the entire crew. Nobody really bet just a whole lot.
I didn't. I bet 5 games Saturday, and I went 2-2, and with 1 push.
Well, I bet 3 games all weekend.
Didn't lose
and
any money. Didn't win any money this weekend.
Big Game Seamus told us. He said we don't do this. We wouldn't do this to win
Well,
money.
That's true. Yeah.
By a half point.
I said before the week. I said
By the
before the
half point.
weekend started that I was going to lay low this weekend and try not to lose a whole bunch of money, because it was a dangerous weekend. If you would have bet a lot of money, you would have lost your ass.
Or if you were a real dangerous, gambler, you could have won a lot of money.
Where's that?
No, you wouldn't have. Because everybody would have been you would have hammered Florida State to start off things off with. And
We did. What do you mean?
I did not. I did win that. I had the over in that game. I did not.
Actually,
Did you bet anything yesterday?
Yes, I had 2 games.
I took 6 games this weekend, and I split. I won no money, but I also lost no money, and that's a good weekend.
The NFL, I put in 1 bet yesterday, lost it. There was some there was a crazy game last night. The Dallas and Green Bay ended in a tie.
Jackson Dart got his
Jackson
first
Dart
start.
looked good. He only
showed up.
He only threw for like 100 yards, but he had a good. He looked good. He had a couple. He had a couple drops. He had a couple drops. Ran for about 75 yards.
54.
Yeah. Got the win over a very good 3-0 Chargers team.
And hit up.
He did have a 40. He did have a 45-yard run called back on a bullshit holding call too.
Punch the defense.
Jackson Dart and Cam Scadabo's energy on the field at the same time is going to be really hard to match.
Yeah, it is going to be hard to match.
They're both real high strung.
The Chiefs show they still are pretty good. People kind of doubt, including myself. I was kind of doubting them.
Or the Ravens just showed how bad they suck this year.
No, the Ravens they're one of the best franchises over the last 10 to 15 years. You don't dominate them like that normally. I think the Ravens have some problems too.
They just got defense. I think we talked about that Thursday. Yeah. Their defense is just kind of.
And right now, I'm going to throw this out there. My NFL MVP so far this year is, in my opinion, is Matthew Stafford. He's leading the NFL in touchdown passes and passing yards.
Yeah,
and he's looked great. The only game they lost was
the one they should have won.
The one they should have won. So that game yesterday could have went either way too. The Colts have proved they're a pretty good team. They looked pretty good again yesterday.
Yeah, the Colts did look pretty good.
They had a long touchdown call back there. They ended to take the lead, but it's gonna be another good weekend. There ain't that many big games. There's a few big games. We don't have quite as many as we did this past weekend.
I think there'll be some good quality football though.
It's always the weekends you don't expect anything to happen, that crazy shit happens. I'm so glad Ole Miss has a bye week that we very, very much needed. We just get to sit back and watch a little football.
It's always late. We've had the latest.
We've got two, though, this year.
We had it last year, too, but we didn't get them till after the LSU game.
Yeah, but you're 3-0 in conference. You get a week after the LSU game. I mean, that's
games before you get a bye week.
This is a strange feeling for us to be 5-0 on a bye week. We don't really technically need it. And even Lane Kiffin said, "Hey, God, I wish we would play this weekend."
Yeah,
because we're on a roll. But he's like, "I'm glad that we have it, and I'm not going to be mad about it." But
I'm going to say this: I'm not trying to. I hope the players don't look ahead like this. But we've really got two bye weeks because Washington, Ole Miss is going to be 28-point favorites over Washington State.
Put your money on Washington. Thanks a lot.
God. Just call it out now.
I'm just being honest with you. They'll be at least 20 points.
They'll cover that 26.
North Texas beat them 59-10, which I mean we could easily overlook them looking ahead to Georgia and kind of struggle with the win, but
maybe not.
I think that may be a game where we see a decent bit of Austin Simmons to kind of see how he feels, how he's coming back.
Let Kane.
Hopefully, we're up 40-0 in the second quarter.
Let Lane keep that little controversy up. Who we gonna start next week?
We're sitting there in the stadium and we were watching the starting lineups. And we're just the whole group of people around us. They went to calling it, it went to going on the board. It said Trinidad Chambers. Everybody was like, yeah. And then it popped up. Austin Simmons, everybody's like, whoa.
What?
Yeah. They were like,
co-starters?
Yeah. Everybody's like, so who starts? And then Trinidad ran out on the field, and there was a lot.
We're going to see a wrinkle. We will see 1 point this year. Them both out there at the same time.
That's the same thing.
I firmly believe it.
Yeah, United States saw this weekend.
They're a good duo. I think Austin Simmons is probably a better passing quarterback, but I think
we're not getting into that.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
If I'm the Team USA, I wish we'd just fire everybody that's been associated. This is on the Ryder Cup. Fire anybody that's been associated over the last 15 years. Thanks for your service. We're burning it all down. We're not going to have 30 freaking vice captains.
Nope.
I mean, this is crazy.
Something's got to change.
Something's got to change, and if you get out, if you're in anything to do with Team USA, get out. Just a valiant effort coming back yesterday. We just got the hell out of us all.
In that spot.
Got the hell out of us all weekend.
I kind of respect the way Keegan, just kept throwing Morikawa and English out there, but
why the hell did you respect? That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Not the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I resign again.
I mean, like,
why? Why did they do that?
I mean, like, he saw his guys. He went with his pick. But why do you do it twice? No. Especially, why do you do it once to begin with? But why do you do it the second time?
He pissed me off yesterday. Keegan did. I don't like him. He wants to blame the course setup. What was the course setup? My aching ass. That's a
cop-out.
That's all I want to say.
It probably had
about
something
that.
to do with Scotty not making a single birdie till Sunday.
Well, look, Tiger never was very good until later in his career in the Ryder Cup. He was not a very good Ryder Cup player either starting out. He just wasn't. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of a mindset thing. I don't know. But
it's one thing to be the best golfer in the world and be the best, but I mean, Kevin Kisner was out there for years and years and years because he was a great match play player. Right. I think there's people who play good golf and people who great match play players.
Well, I'm not.
We're not picking those folks.
I'm not a big Patrick Cantlay fan, but Patrick Cantlay is a fantastic Ryder Cup player. He's good in match play.
What about them being 2 holes behind everybody every day?
I did say this. I was right about one thing. I knew Fleetwood played good this week. He got 4 points. Yeah. And J.J. Spahn played pretty good for us, too.
J.J. Spahn did play pretty good.
He did.
And we didn't even put him out there on the first day.
No. You guys got anything else for the Monday night recap?
No, just, another good weekend coming up, gambling. Probably be a lot more gambling for me this weekend than last weekend. So
lots of games coming. Well, thank you guys for watching. Y'all like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what we can do to make this better. If y'all want to hear anything, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Thursday night show will be coming up soon.
Yep. Thank you,
look
folks.
for it. All right. Adios.
This has been the Top Shelf Grumbling Podcast, brought to you by Where You Media. You can find us anywhere you get your podcasts, also on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. What's your sentiment?